So it is being reported, by whom I don't know. I honestly haven't taken the time to research to see who reported this, but that there's supposed to be 60 plus characters in Avengers 5, the Kang Dynasty. Now that's all good and well. That sounds like good news, but you got to remember there was 73 characters in Infinity War and Endgame. So 60 sounds like a lot of people, but it's really not that much. It honestly goes without saying that there's going to be a shitload of characters in this movie. So, I mean, putting a number on it's kind of seems like they're just trying to have something to talk about. But any news is good news, I guess. And speaking of news, there's news on the director. So apparently Marvel Studios is looking at Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool 3, to direct Avengers 5. So that sounds fantastic, but I also haven't seen Deadpool 3 yet. So I don't know what direction he's going to take the movie in. I don't know how well he's going to lead into what's coming up for the new Avengers movies. Because realistically, all these movies need to start setting up the Avengers movies, or the Avengers team at least. They can't be having these isolated stories anymore. The shit needs to all start connecting now because the Avengers movies are getting close. They're 2 years away, supposedly. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be a good director or not. I can't say until I see Deadpool 3, see how he handles that, and then I'll have an opinion on whether or not he's a good director for Avengers 5. Another thing I want to mention really quick is that I've been hearing a lot of people complaining that there's been a lot of bad movies in the MCU as of lately, so in that they still don't have enough time to set up Avengers 5. Like, you don't really got to set up the villain that much ahead of time. They set up Ultron in that movie. It's not like he was ever mentioned prior to the second Avengers movie. Same with Thanos. He was only briefly set up in a post-credit scene and kind of in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Loki was set up in Thor, but I don't know. And then saying that there's too many bad movies in the MCU, like phase 1 through 3 didn't have some shitty movies in it. Like, people are remembering the Infinity Saga in retrospect like it was just flawless, but it wasn't. There was shitty movies in phase 1 through 3, probably more than there is in phases 4 and 5. It really just feels like people like to complain these days. Like, you'll put out 3 good badass movies and then one shitty one, and they're like, "Oh, you're falling. The MCU is falling apart." Well, Deadpool 3, bring back the MCU. Like, the MCU hasn't went nowhere, bud. Shut up.
Like my videos.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.